Hey everybody, it's Lebo with Lebo's Pinball. We are getting started here on this triple action. Time to dive in and see if we can figure some of this stuff out. So one of the main things that I've noticed, trying to start a game, okay, got nothing right now. I mean, I've got power that's on, everything's lit up. So the hold relay is, that's energized just by waking the game up. But if I hit the start button, most of the time it doesn't do anything. And I've got a ball down here in the trough, and that's kind of key because when I do manage to get the game by poking around certain relays, getting it to sort of function, when I drain the ball, it doesn't ever do anything. So I think what I'm gonna do, I don't have a schematic for this yet. The one that's online that you can print off looks kind of rough. I haven't actually tried printing it off, but looking at online, just trying to chase down part of the circuit, honestly, I'm having a little bit hard time looking at it. But before I dive into that real deep, I am going to just trying to look at like the out-hold relay that's here. I think that might have something to do with it. And just by giving a once-over to a lot of the switches on a lot of the relays that are associated with just getting the game running, I think is going to be where I'm going to start. Just going to look through all of them. Make sure that the switches that are making when they should and opening when they should, that all that is working correctly. May actually go through and kind of scrub them too with, not the file, but what we got over here? We've got these little scrubbers that are made specifically for those type of contacts. I'll do that. So let's get started. Hopefully we can get some positive results. All right, we've got the playfield on the rotisserie, and I've started looking at some of the switches here. Honestly, I haven't found anything that looked like it was wrong just yet, but I just want to kind of point out now that having this playfield on the rotisserie, this is the first time actually on an EM game that I've actually set it on the rotisserie and actually hooked it up to the game and have got the game powered up. So I've got this in this pseudo play mode right now. You've got everything. It's responding, kind of. It's going like I said earlier, this game's got a lot of issues. But the nice thing, having it set up this way, I can actually test things completely hooked up. I did have, before I put the playfield on the rotisserie, I had it out and disconnected, and you can still power it up, and there's certain things that you can actually still test a little bit. But this allows me to really, try things and then see what happens having it fully connected. So let's keep looking to see what we can figure out. All right, so one thing that I was noticing that just is not working. I'm not sure, 100% sure when it's supposed to work. I really should know, but this is the out hole. So when the ball, falls into the trough, it should be making this switch right here. All right, and if you look on the schematic, I'll see if I can actually throw it up on the screen. It's a little bit hard to see. This is just trying to grab something off the Internet Pinball database and just show part of the circuit, the out hole switch, not the relay, but the out hole switch. Looking back here at the switch, it actually, this is a green wire, according to the schematic. It says there should be a green wire, and then the other one is, I think it said gray with blue. And of course, looking at this game, it's hard to see, if the color, because, the game's old, and you get dirt on these wires. They're kind of hard to sometimes make out the color scheme, and they may have faded. But by following what the schematic says, it says that there's this gray, I think with gray with blue wire should be going to, I think it was the bonus relay, and then also said the advanced unit. Well, I don't know, or didn't know where the advanced unit was because some of the labels are missing. Like this one says spinner unit, so we know what that is. But this one doesn't have anything, and then there's a couple other units in the back box that are not labeled. So it's a little bit of just sort of, got to narrow things down. But you do have this one thing here that says advanced relay, and if I toggle that, that's moving this. So this has got to be the advanced unit. So one thing I started chasing down, back to this wire color. So if this one is shared with the bonus relay, I found that wire, it was this one right here, and I actually put a meter on it, and I'll go from here, and it has conductivity all the way down there. And the other one, I think I'm getting everything mixed up as I'm explaining it. If you follow the green wire is this green wire here, all right? And so let me see if I can show this. This is going to be really hard to see, but let's see if we can zoom in. Try not to get everybody sick in the process here, but look at, it's very hard to tell, but the contacts right up there, the ones that should be making right now, turns out, let's see if I can do this. It's actually was not making, and I'm going to scrub that contact, but by holding that, and then now, actually, I kind of hold this up, and if I come over here and make this switch now, look at that, now working. So it's crazy stuff like that. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I'm going to go ahead back in here and clean this switch up and tighten up that gap just a little bit, and then I'm going to test this again. I'm actually out of balls. Let's see if we can. There's lots of crazy stuff going on. And since I don't have the back glass, I'm not sure, but I think that this means that we're on ball 10. I think this goes up to ball 5. This is balls to play, and I think this one where you can add balls on this game. I think that's what that's about. But anyways, that's not working right now, but I believe if I hold this up just a little bit to close that gap and then go hit that again. Let's try it again. Yep, pretty much. It works. So that's good news. Let's see what we can do with this and see what happens. All right, so now that we got the valve hole working a little bit better here, that advanced unit, at least some better, on to the next problem. So this one's still a bit of a head scratcher. I've been working on this actually for a number of days, off and on, just between work and everything else. So right now I've got the power turned on. I'm getting ready to hit the start button, or just the reset button, and we're going to see what happens. Sometimes this will actually stop at 3, and currently right now I've got it set for a 3-ball game, so it should actually stop right at 3. Sometimes it'll just go all the way to 10 and just keep going and going and going and eventually stop. I've even had sometimes stop here at 8. So it's kind of all over the place, and I've done a number of things, like right down here, based on a lot of help that was online. The Goat Shed EM help group that's on Facebook, major help. So right here, I've gone through here to kind of scrub those switches, make sure they're working right. It seems like they are, but I'm still not 100% sure. Let's start and just see what happens. Nothing. All right. Let's just try to wake it up a little bit. Okay, now let's see if... Oh, and now it stopped on its own. I'm going to try to just kind of trick the game to where I can start it over again, just to see what it does. Hey, now that time it was successful. That's what it's supposed to do, land on 3. Let's try this again. Now it's 10. Sometimes it keeps going. We'll do it again. And it stopped. So let me go ahead and kill the power. So one thing that I did check, well, I should probably explain this maybe a little bit better. So this is the game relay. It's it's a latch, it's a trip and latch style relay. And so you've got a number of switches here that, let's see, you've got a make and break here. Let's see, this one, the first one, that's, in that case, it looks like it's closed. And then we've got, what, open, 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 and then everything changes state. So I've put a meter on this, and even when the switches are open, I'm still getting conductivity, but it may be because of the rest of the game. So I'm gonna need to take, unsolder a wire here and actually really, check it out to make sure that there's not something shorted out somehow internally here. But there's weirdness, because sometimes what'll happen is when it is still hunting for the ball, or I'm sorry, when it's trying to, get down to, to the 3-ball setting, and the scoring motor just keeps going, and this latch has been made. What I'll find is if I push this a little bit more, it seems to affect it like it's actually working. Let's try this one more time. See if I can. See, it's still once again not working right. All right, let's try this again. Push this. It seems like it helps. I don't know, that may not be it, but got a bit of work to do. I'm gonna keep going, but this is what we're dealing with for now. I'm gonna go ahead and stop for now and just keep diving in, and when I got a little more magic to share, I'll hop back on and we'll pick up on the next episode. Thanks for watching.